Hi, guys.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
All right.
Welcome
to
episode 2 of our podcast, The Unkindness Lounge.
Heck yeah. An unkindness is a group of ravens. A lounge is a group of lizards. Ravenclaw013 The Unkindness Lounge. We're actually kind. We made this podcast because I thought she was gonna go into depth there about yeah.
No, I was waiting on you to explain.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna go into depth there.
Lizard's idea. This podcast was all Lizard's idea, and I was super on board with it because it sounded like a lot of fun. But we did make the podcast to so you guys can learn more about us, and so we can learn more about you guys, more about the community. And we're trying to do this once a week right now, trying to get someone from the community in as our guest every week, just so you guys and we both get to learn more.
Heck yeah, so today we have a special guest. Everyone's best friend, no matter what stream you're in, SupremeSteph.
Yes, and she is our first guest. Steph, you're our very first guest.
Heck yeah.
How do you feel?
No pressure.
No one better. I mean,
people right now, cool as a cucumber, no nerves.
Right.
I think everyone knows Steph. If you don't know Steph, you should. She's awesome. It seems like she's always in every stream I'm in. Every time I'm watching someone, always in my stream, always hanging out. She's just such a good friend to everyone. So yeah, SupremeSteph. Before we get started, though, we have to wish a happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend, Dreamality!
It is. It's Dreamality's birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday, Dreamality. Definitely a legend.
Heck yeah, he's awesome.
And then also before we start, if you guys are in chat, feel free to let us know you're watching in chat, or even drop questions for us that we can answer throughout the podcast or at the end of the podcast. We probably won't be chatting with you guys until towards the end, just so we make sure we stay on topic. But definitely let us know you're here, and if you got any questions, you can drop
Heck yeah. Yep. We notice every chat and stuff. We're reading it. We're just trying to not get distracted because it's really easy for all of us. Because all three of us are social freaks, and it's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
So SupremeSteph. What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? I have to say, I watched your last podcast. I watched the VOD, and I really found it hilarious that people who are here right now, Miss Six and Awaken, are like, it's pre-recorded, and then eventually, after at least 20 minutes, you just broke it. You're like, by the way, guys, this is not pre-recorded.
Yeah, honestly, that was funny because I had no idea, and Lizard's like, dude, we have to say something. They think we're
I look over and chat's like, well, that's lame. They should have done it live. And I'm just like,
we're over here shaking
literally.
Yeah.
So, I like the disclaimer. This is live.
Yeah, this is live. This is live. It's not a recording.
Live.
We're actually nervous.
If it was recording, we would have nailed it. We wouldn't look nervous. We wouldn't be stumbling over our words.
Right.
So, Steph, kind of what Lizard touched on earlier. The funny thing, before I really became good friends with you, is that I felt like every stream I would just go to randomly, I would chat hi, and then Steph would be like, hey.
Yeah.
I swear,
Steph
was in every single stream I was in. And I'm like, do we just all, is this just all one big circle? Do we just all watch the same people? And it was so funny because it was before I really knew Steph, but I swear every person that I'd click on and watch, she'd be the first person in there to be like, hey. This is
I have
so
no
funny.
life. I have no life. Basically, from the moment I wake up, even at work, I going and I'm communicating with people at work. I should be working, and I'm like, oh, this is on.
I love that. I feel like that's part of the reason of why we became such friends, is because after watching so many random streamers where Steph was in there, I feel like we had conversation in each one of those.
There was no choice there. I made you my friend.
Finally, I was like, well, we just gotta be friends because we watch the same people, we like the same things, and I just feel like I got to know Steph through all of that randomness. What
Yeah,
about you,
it's
Lizard?
really
'Cause I feel
fun.
like you probably knew her before. Did you know Steph before I did?
Yeah, so I actually met Steph when I met the whole gang. Dreamality
Oh
rated me on
man.
Mixer. I was playing Animal Crossing, and there was one person that stuck throughout the entire thing. I think we were villager hunting, but I don't remember. KP was actually streaming with me. She was sitting next to me, and we were
Oh
plastering.
my
Yeah.
god.
It was fun. And
Yeah.
yeah, Steph was in there hanging out the whole time. So yeah, that's the first time I met Steph, and she's been
That was
awesome ever
like
That's
since.
right.
peak of Animal Crossing. Like
Yep.
that's when everyone was playing Animal Crossing, everyone was watching Animal Crossing, and
Yeah.
I actually loved that Lizard and KP were doing it together. Like I thought that was so cute, and I just like hung out with them. And not gonna lie, I was probably trash too, but we just like hung out. And then the thing I remember after that is, and I don't know if I've ever told you this, Lizard, is I went to watch one of your streams after that whole thing, and you were playing
Mhm.
COD, and I was like, oh no thanks.
You were probably
That
like
sounds
so
about right.
excited, like they're super cool, they're Animal Crossing
Yeah.
streamers, and then the next 17 days straight was probably Call of Duty.
Probably Call of Duty,
Yeah.
honestly.
You probably almost hit the unfollow button a couple times.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Where's
that sounds about
KP
right.
back?
Oh, that's funny.
But I
Okay,
really,
so
like, I didn't watch for a while, and then what it was that made me go back to Lizard was when Lizard and I were both watching Dreamality play The Last of Us.
Oh,
That
that was
was
the
like
best.
that was the moment where I'm like,
That
I
was the
really like
best.
Lizard.
That was about the
Yeah.
best series of streams I've ever watched. Was the
Yeah.
Last of Us series with Dreamality. That was awesome.
It was,
Yeah, I was actually
yeah.
gonna say that. It seemed like before I even heard Steph's voice or knew what she looked like, I mean, I felt like we were such good friends. Like we'd just be hanging out in chats, and she'd always be there saying
Yeah.
hi and like hanging out,
Yeah.
talking to
Steph
you.
is like the easiest person to get along
Yeah,
with.
I still remember the night that Steph went live. We were actually on our way to Taco Bell, and it was really late at night. It was like 10 or 11 p.m., something like that, crazy. And I look at my phone and I was like, SupremeSteph is live? Like, what is going on? So as soon as we got our Taco Bell, we came home and hung out like her entire stream, I think. Me and KP did, and it
Yeah.
was a
Oh,
blast.
yeah.
I loved it. It was so much fun.
So
I don't even
Steph,
remember
did
when
you
that was.
stream? So I didn't have like much Mixer days or anything
Mhm.
before that shut down. Did you stream on Mixer or did you start on Twitch?
So I did a little bit. Not enough to say I was a streamer. Kind of like what I do on Twitch, really, but even less. Even less.
Oh,
There was a group of people that I would play Overwatch with. So I would stream some Overwatch streams, and then I'd have like a couple really drunk, I'm gonna play dumb games like Stardew Valley streams. And it really wasn't much, but I had to be a little tip because my nerves were just like
Yeah.
way too much for that.
I feel that, yeah.
I probably like had 5 streams on Mixer, but I was very involved in Mixer as a community member.
How long
That's
did you
what I-
have Mixer for?
Not even that long, actually.
Really?
It's about a year that I've been involved with like the streaming communities.
Oh,
It was
okay.
about a year ago when the first person I started following, her name is Zombie Kills. She was playing Stardew Valley, and I was playing Stardew Valley, just watching other streamers do it. And I just loved her personality, and I hung out with her for like the whole day. The whole day she was playing it, and I hung out with her. And then she started dabbling in other things, and like I became a mod for her. She's the first person I ever became a mod
Oh,
for.
cool.
She actually helped me create SupremeSteph. I was someone else before SupremeSteph.
What was the name? We gotta know.
You can't just say that. No.
Yeah, what was the name? We gotta know.
Claw, something Claw.
No, this is before White Claws. This is pre-White Claw stuff. I know,
Oh.
right?
That was before White Claw.
There's Yep. A whole other world.
Vodka LaCroix Steph.
So
That's funny.
So my
So-
name was Steph Stag. Steph
Okay.
Stag, but no one knew how to say it. Like they always assumed it was Steph Stag, and then that would like kind of encourage men to be like, "Ooh, Stagette. Oh, are you single?" And I was just, that's not the life I wanted on
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah,
So
we're
I
like,
had
we're
to
gonna change that.
like that was my name since I was 15. Like when I got my very first like Xbox. it was always Steph's tag. It's my Steph's gamer tag.
Oh my gosh, I was about to say like why, but that makes sense. That makes sense. Real creative.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, right? That's like my emails and everything they're all so generic. But she helped me create SupremeSteph, who's here today before you. So shout out to her.
You were her mod, and that was the first time you were a mod. And now you mod how many channels?
Everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Steph, I swear every one of those channels that I went to, Steph was also a mod in that channel.
So I just became a mod for Zarners, which I'm like super excited for.
That's like, see, this is why she's SupremeSteph. She's literally the best. She's got your back at all times.
Literally, you know, I didn't even know there was a mod view whenever you're watching Twitch on your computers. And Steph's like, yeah, just click the little sword down there. And I was like,
oh my god,
my life has been changed.
Oh my god, me and Steph will be playing a game on stream and she'll be modding at the same time. And I'm like, how are you playing Fall Guys with me right now? And you're also modding. I'm like, I can't even do that. And it's my own channel.
Yeah, we were playing Call of Duty not too long ago. And I was like, I bookmarked the clip, like what time it was, but I don't know how to like find that. And she's like, I got you. And like 30 seconds later, she found it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Even right now, like I'm looking at both. I have both chats open, and I'm like refraining from typing, saying like, "This is a podcast."
Oh my gosh!
Just in to like,
that's so funny. That's so awesome. So how'd you get a part of like the Dreamality Circle? I don't know why I keep calling it the Dreamality Circle. There's so much more than Dreamality, but like he just seems like, to me, Dreamality is just the guy that like really, I mean, brought me a part of this whole entire community. You know what I mean? He's the reason I know everyone. So that's why I call it the Dreamality Circle.
Dreamality Circle. And it is. It's a full circle. Like, everyone finds their way back to each other.
Yeah. I know like the Nerds Unite community is a big part of that too. So like, who was your first person you met in the community? Like, how'd you get involved in that stuff?
It was pure luck. It was honestly like I was looking for Animal Crossing streamers, and I just clicked on his name. I was like, he looks nice. I lurked for a little bit. He seemed very friendly. I followed the Legend Cal. The Sarah started talking to me. That was it. Like that was it.
That seems about right.
Literally, you didn't know any of them.
No one. I knew absolutely no one. It was all brand new, and it kind of like. I was involved with a lot of other communities at the time too, and I feel bad because like I still try to go in and hang out with them as much as I can, but Dream's community took over. Like it just literally took over.
It's hard to Everyone is so great that it's hard. I mean, it just has that like influence on everyone. I feel like that comes in. Yeah. But I find that so funny because Lizard, it was literally the same thing with you, like completely random. So the fact that neither one of you guys knew anyone, and then here we are today.
It's almost like fate, the way it happens. He somehow finds you, or you find him, and you're sucked in forever, and that's just how it goes. I mean,
right?
You're trapped.
I feel like you just know you have a place. Like he makes it to where you feel wanted, and you feel like you have a place there, and always feel welcome. And
yeah, he's really good about that. And then like every single person in the community is just awesome. Like literally. I'd say 90% of the streamers I follow, and I follow probably, I don't know, hundreds of channels, just stem from him in one way or another.
Oh, exactly.
So yeah.
The very first stream that I watched with him was he was villager hunting, and that was like before I even knew what villager hunting was. So I wasn't even looking for a villager hunting stream. I just happened to like click on his name completely at a random, and he found Meringue, and that was also like a big part of my Dream history is that I loved Meringue. And as soon as like I saw her on an island, I was screaming at him. I was like, you cannot leave. You need to take her. He's probably like, who is this skeptic who's just yelling at me? Like, this is her first day of my stream and she's like screaming at me. But he took Meringue, And then it also became like a running joke that I'm going to take meringue from him, and then he wasn't treating her well, and I would draw diagrams on his bulletin board in Animal Crossing saying free meringue, and it became like a really fun thing.
That's so funny.
But that was also the day that Sully McCracken at the time was also in there, and he literally sent a bunch of people randomly from Twitter. Like, he posted about Dreamality, and a bunch of the people from his community came over. So like the first day that I was involved with or on Dream Stream, I met a bunch of people from the community. Like,
that's awesome.
Following Dream, and yeah, it was really wild to say that I knew Sully while he was McCracken.
I didn't know that. I've always known him as CS Sully, so that's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah. So is that why you got Mixer to watch? Like, was that Animal Crossing your thing back then, or was that even when you got Mixer? Was that even before Animal Crossing?
That was before Animal Crossing.
Okay.
So I got Mixer in like around December, and then Animal Crossing came out at the end of March.
Yeah.
So before Animal Crossing, I was mostly just watching that one girl that I was modding for, who was doing a lot of Stardew Valley, but she was also doing Grand Theft Auto roleplay, which I thought
that's hilarious. Yeah.
It was a riot. Oh my gosh. I think like when I get my PC, that could be in the future. Like, that could be real fun.
That'd be fun to watch. That would be fun to watch.
Oh, it's such a wild game if you haven't watched it at all.
It's pretty funny.
But yeah, she was just a variety streamer playing a bunch of different things. And then after March time hit, that's when I started branching out and started finding new people to watch, and they were all playing Animal Crossing.
So you just kind of got Mixer to watch streams of people playing games you liked, really? Just
thought you might try it in the background while I played.
Yeah, that's fair. That's kind of how I started watching streams and why I started streaming. It was Fortnite, of course. I was addicted to Fortnite back in the day, and I was just like, you know what? There's probably people that are really good at this game. I should go watch. And like, I would watch people like Courage JD, and it's just so entertaining. And then, I don't know. It's whenever I started watching smaller streamers, and you start like being able to actually talk to the streamer and like people in chat, I'm like, okay, this is different. I didn't know it was like that, until I met people like Dreamality.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't even know that was a thing. The community. Only streamers I even knew of, it was like the big people, like you said. Yeah. Ninja, Courage.
And they're still entertaining to watch, but for different reasons.
Yeah, but that's all I thought that was. I had no idea that there was thousands and thousands of streamers, because I just knew nothing about that until Lizard started streaming and I was watching him. That's the only reason I knew anything was because he started streaming. So
Steph, how long have you been playing video games?
As long as I can remember, to be honest.
Forever.
My dad was a gamer for their time, and my mom also did dabble with games. So they had like an Atari. So I grew up with an Atari. I had a Super Nintendo. I had a regular Nintendo. We had an N64. Like, I just grew up with games. Wow. I have vivid memories of like my dad literally teaching me how to kick butt in Mario Kart. Like, he would always be behind me so I would never be last, and he would shoot everyone with the red turtle shells. And even before that, he's told me that he would just like give me a controller like that wasn't plugged in, and I felt like I was playing. So like literally for as long as I can remember.
That's awesome.
I had video games in my life. The very first game that I really remember playing, and I don't know if you guys are probably too young for this. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm gonna test you. It's on regular Nintendo, and it was a McDonald's video game called McKids.
What? It's not ringing a bell.
Yeah, I didn't play any McDonald's video game.
Platforming game. Oh, you'll have to check it out. It's
way.
Bad.
Yeah, I don't know if I will. That sounds awesome.
It's like, about that.
Legit, I want to see Lizard stream it next.
Wait, it was called McKids?
It's probably on Steam, honestly.
Yeah, McKids.
What even? See, when you say regular Nintendo, I don't even know what that is.
It's one of the consoles, essentially. So there was a regular Nintendo first, which was just the first of that series, and then they created the Super Nintendo.
Is it like a handheld thing or like a actual like controller? So like I literally.
It's a big box, and the I don't even know what you call it. The cartridge that you put in it, like the game, is literally like this big, and you have to like slip it in the top and pop it down, and yeah, cartridge.
Dang,
yeah,
that's so wild. I've never heard of that.
Oh my gosh,
that's so cool.
Yeah, McKids is a 1992 platform video game developed and published by Virgin Interactive.
I've got to look it up.
Guys.
It looks pretty. It looks like yeah, it's something. You can buy it on Amazon.
It looks like a Mario or something.
Yeah, it's just like a platforming game. Yeah. It had some interesting music. Okay. I tried it once as an adult to take me back, and it was trash.
No.
How it goes.
So what? You've been playing games as long as you can remember. What is your all-time favorite game?
That's so hard.
I know. But...
I knew that was coming, and I've been thinking about it all day. I'm like, how do I answer that? Because it's like every single game I play had a specific like mood to it. Like, there's nostalgia with some games. Like Ocarina of Time was legit nostalgia. So that's like up there for favorite games because like that was my life for so long. And but also Stardew Valley might take it. Like, and that's so lame because it's like such a basic game.
That's not lame.
But
no, that's not.
It's such it hit me. It hit the feels and it got me through really crappy times. Like,
I mean that's how it goes.
Yeah, and I couldn't literally function, and my boyfriend would just like come over to me when I'm all like wrapped up in a blanket, like dying, and he'd just give me the controller, and he'd already have it turned on, and then I'm like, okay.
See, I feel like if you have something like big like that to associate things to,
right,
then it's gonna mean more because you've got something to associate to versus just like picking up a game and you can have a good time, but if you've got that attachment to something, that's
right.
I
mean, my two favorite video games of all time are super cliche, and one is like known as the worst Call of Duty of history, just because of what I associate them with. One is Skyrim, that's cliche, but like I just remember I would spend 18 hours a day, like on a Saturday when I was in high school playing Skyrim. That's how young I am, by the way. Playing Skyrim just all day long. It's like, fuck the world, I'm playing Skyrim. And then like when I was a senior in high school, Call of Duty Ghost, I would play in tournaments every Thursday night. So it was, I made money, so that's a good thing to associate with. And my parents understood because I was making money, I could stay up all night on a school night. So that was kind of when I was just like, hey, put aside everything else, staying up on a school night with my boys and playing some Call of Duty. So
I love that.
People hate Call of Duty Ghost, but I love it.
Give them a little percentage of your winnings?
No.
For letting you stay up all night?
Nope.
Dang, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, Steph, what's your favorite game you're playing right now? Is there anything you're...
I'm still playing Stardew Valley.
I was going to say, my shout-out command just went off in my chat, and it says, last seen playing Stardew Valley.
Oh my god. She's like, it never changes. It's still Stardew.
Yeah. So I've been playing Stardew Valley with our friend Somnick. I'm taking the ropes. He's never played it before. But, I mean, right now, I'm playing Final Fantasy for kind of the first time, really. Like, the first time as an adult, and I don't really remember any of it. And I'm past the points where I, like, as far as I got, so I'm really liking Fantasy.
That's awesome. Are you doing 7 right now, or the remake? I can't remember.
So I'm doing both. Yeah, I'm doing both. So I'm streaming the remake, so I'm not getting very far with that because I don't stream very often. But I'm also playing the original offline over on my Xbox. Cool. I'm way... Like, I don't know, maybe halfway through the original, maybe. I really don't know. It feels like it's going forever.
Yeah, I feel like that's how they go.
Yeah, it's definitely going forever. Other than that, I'm also, we're as Raven knows, we're getting into Dead by Daylight. We're trying to get Lizard into it. That's pretty fun.
We really are.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah. I'm not
trying.
playing much for like story games though. It's just more multiplayer games that I can play with friends.
Yeah. So
me and Steph have been trying to do get our Fall Guys crowns every night.
It's never gonna happen.
It's so entertaining to watch. It really stresses me out. Not because I'm good at Fall Guys by any means. It's just like the camera angles you choose to go with. Whenever you're playing, just really stresses me out. I'm like, you can't see. What are you doing?
That's why we don't get crowns.
So exciting news! Steph just ordered her first gaming PC. Yeah,
gosh,
you excited?
So exciting!
So when it comes in, are you gonna stream more and maybe use it for streaming too, or just mainly wanted it for gaming with friends and such?
I want to say yes. I do. I think it will definitely make streaming a lot easier, and the reason why I don't stream as much is because I'm doing it through console, and it's not easy. It comes with a lot of like difficulty, and then you go back and watch your VODs after you're like having a good stream and you're like, yeah, I feel good, and then you're like, oh, like it was crap quality. So it's super discouraging. And I think that having a PC will definitely improve streaming, which might in turn make me want to stream more.
It'll definitely be easier, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, yeah.
I never streamed console, but I can't even imagine. Yeah.
You know, the first time I watched your stream, I had no idea you were on console because I was watching your stream and it looked pretty good. I was like, dude, like, what are you playing this on? You're like, yeah, you had a camera?
I don't even remember that stream at all.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember what you were playing. Probably Starter.
I was playing Montana Porsche. I remember that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's what it was. Because you killed...
The llamas.
The llamas, yeah. She was killing llamas, had to get on her. But I seriously didn't know. You're like, yeah, I'm streaming from my Xbox. I was like, dude, what? Like, honestly, it didn't look that bad. For streaming from Xbox, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I was wondering, because it seems like every time you do stream, you have a lot of people come in. It's a lot of fun, like ones I've been in. And then you'll go like 2 months without streaming again. And I'm like, why? But that makes sense. It'd be it'd be a lot. Yeah.
And I don't like committing.
I feel you. Yeah.
And the thought of having to commit to any sort of schedule, I'm like, no. And
I'm the same way. If I had to have a schedule, it'd make me not want to do it. So.
I wouldn't commit to a schedule, honestly. It works for some people, but I mean, you know, I've streamed like the same time every day right now, but as far as having a set schedule, I probably never will. I mean, just do it whenever you want.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. But then I let it go for too long, and then I kind of follow the group of wanting to do it, you know?
That's fair. I know when my
PC will be the next move.
Yeah, when my last PC was not holding up the streaming for me, and I was in the process of ordering PC parts, and I had to stream from my Xbox for those 2 weeks, that was like the most discouraging thing ever. I was like, I hate it. Just because, I don't know.
Like, once you know what streaming can be like with a PC, to have to like backtrack and go back to console.
For sure.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
When do you get your PC?
So it should arrive anywhere between January 7th and 18th, I think. I'm anticipating the 18th because of my location. I live very north, and it takes a long time for things to get here. But it's confirmed. It's sent.
I'm so excited. So is there anything that you're looking forward, you're already thinking about looking forward to getting on your PC?
You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh at me. The first game I'm gonna buy is Stardew Valley.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Everyone, I'm shocked. Truly.
Well, you know,
that's a whole game changer. Like
it is a game changer.
The first time.
I told myself, I was like, you know what? When I get a PC, I'm not gonna play Call of Duty anymore. That's it. I gotta stop playing Call of Duty. What did I do? Played Call of Duty for like 6 months straight and nothing else. So, you know, it really is just so much better. Honestly,
for real.
I still love my Xbox, but
like, I'm really nervous about mouse and keyboard. That's like a whole new skill.
I have a PC. I don't do that. I don't do that for anything.
No, I feel like I need to. I definitely feel like I need to.
That's awesome. That'd be awesome to learn.
And yeah, phasmophobia is definitely
Yeah.
yeah. I'm getting FOMO, like a fear of missing out with playing with you guys. So
Is
as
that what
long
that
as
word means? I hear everyone say that. I never knew what that meant.
FOMO, yeah, fear of missing
I
out.
literally just learned something today.
What?
She said FOMO, and I'm like, I hear that word everywhere, and I have no idea what it means.
I guess I've never heard
FOMO?
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you brought up phasmophobia, which is obviously like me and Lizard's favorite right now, so we have to talk about ghosts.
I figured.
Yep, that is the question that was coming. Do you believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
She don't know.
Yes.
She doesn't care. She's like, maybe they're real. Who really knows? Who cares? You know.
She's like,
yeah.
Me, so.
I've never had any sort of experience, and I've never looked for experiences. I don't mess with G boards and things like that. Like, I'm good. Yeah,
acknowledging like I think it's out there, but like I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm not interested personally, but
yeah,
is that where you stand?
I'm definitely afraid of the idea of ghosts, so I just don't dabble with it. Yep. So I would say yes. I do believe in ghosts. Like I believe that there could be some sort of spirit out there.
But you don't really care to find out for sure.
I mean, I sure as heck would never like be playing with the Ouija boards and everything outside of Phasmos. I feel you on that.
I was at a party once that they pulled out a Ouija board, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go chill in a different room.
I actually, when I was in college, one of my hobbies was buying, selling, and trading guitars, and I almost bought a guitar that had it was a Ouija board guitar, and it was super cool. Yeah.
That's interesting.
But that's about as close to a real Ouija board I would probably go.
Really?
Not that probably anything would happen, but
yeah,
it's still kind of freaky. You had one growing up?
Yeah.
And you had no ghost experience at all?
You had no ghost experience? You had a Ouija board in your house?
She might have figured it out.
It stayed in the box, so I feel like as soon as you open the box, that's when you unleash anything.
Well,
maybe it goes.
You hear those stories about how like you do it once and then the ghost like follows you no matter where you move and everything like that. Like you can't get away from it. I'm like, keep me out.
I've watched Paranormal Activity. You know, I'm not touching that thing. Paranormal Activity. So you're not into like scary movies?
I don't. What?
You don't do scary movies?
I don't do scary anything. Other than Dead by Daylight.
And he won't play Dead by Daylight. And he's really asking you that right now. Because he's
exactly.
Listen, I'm scared of stuff, but I like scary stuff sometimes.
I don't like being afraid. I don't enjoy it. That's why I'm like, the only reason I'm doing Phasmo is for friends. Because I'm gonna hate it. There's nothing about it I'm gonna like.
I think you're gonna love it.
You'll like it. Yeah. You'll love it. It'll
Even Dead by Daylight, like I like it. But there's points where I'm just like, why am I doing this to myself? I don't enjoy it.
I feel you. I do feel you on that.
I'll never do it
It's
solo.
the stress factor. So, the end of 2020 is here. What's your goals? What's your goals for 2021? Resolutions, goals, anything?
So, I was thinking that a goal could be that I try not to be such a chicken shit and I actually like play horror games and watch more horror stuff, but I'm gonna back out of that. I don't know.
I feel like it's gotta be something you really want to do.
And like, I don't know, I don't like being afraid of everything. I just am. But no, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. It doesn't even feel like this year's coming to an end, to be honest. Like,
that's fair.
I'm so disoriented with what time in the year
I know.
it is.
I'm like, it's confusing. It feels like it just started in one way. It feels like it's lasted 10 years in another way.
Yeah.
It's been a roller coaster for sure.
It's pretty wild.
No, it's super lame. I have 0 goals. I have.
You sound like Lizard. I don't know.
I just go with the flow.
Yeah.
You know, who am I to say what's gonna happen in 2021? I just do it.
if
That's
I
the
set
thing,
goals,
though.
I'm setting myself up for failure.
That's
So
what
if
I was gonna say. I'm like,
Hey,
I almost feel like if I
give me another
actually
copy.
make goals,
Oh, thanks.
it's gonna just be like, no, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm obviously not gonna do it if I like say so. Hey, Lizard with the Duncan.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
came
look
out of
at
nowhere.
She didn't bring any for us. Jeez,
I doubt
we're
it.
totally all together right now.
Yeah, totally not thousands of miles away from all my friends.
No, not at all. Like,
But
brings
you're
me to-
doing some big things in 2021. You've got some big plans.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got a PC, and I've got
You're-
some Stardew Valley I gotta play.
Yeah, but you are also relocating, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's a whole thing.
That's
a whole
an exciting, but that's an exciting thing, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a big
terrifying
event.
thing. And I keep like pushing the date back further and further.
Oh no.
I just spent all my money on a PC. Like,
But-
all of the money I should have
Yeah.
put towards moving. I'm like, but a PC needs to get me through the winter.
Man.
But yeah, so we're gonna be driving across Canada. So we're in like the most northwest part of Canada, and we are going to the complete opposite, like the most southeast of Canada. So that's gonna be quite the adventure with my 16-year-old cat and our tiny little Kia Soul trying to relocate her whole life.
Kia Soul with no heat.
Yeah, right. With no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Steph's having a rough winter right now.
Yeah, I know. And it's just with our car too. It's been like one issue after another. So for us to like actually have to think about bringing that car across country, we're gonna get stuck. We're gonna like have to start our whole life in like Manitoba or somewhere.
Yeah, I have no idea where that's at.
But are you
Yeah,
excited
yeah.
for that? I feel like that's something to look forward to.
I'm excited and I'm not. Like, it's mixed feelings for sure.
It's a
I'm
lot of
excited
work for sure, so.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
it's a lot of work. And then relocating and starting your life over is never an easy
It's
thing.
scary.
And yeah, it's super
Yeah.
scary. And
Absolutely.
this is, although I am like starting over in my hometown, which is nice, at the same time, it's like I haven't been in my hometown for like 6 years.
Oh wow.
So things have
Yeah, that's a long
changed.
time. That's a long time.
Yeah, like I moved from home when I first started dating my boyfriend. We moved just outside of home. We moved like an hour and a half away from our hometown when I went to school, and then it was like from there straight to here. So it's been a while.
It's a big
so
jump.
Dang.
I'm a little excited, a little nervous. I don't know what to feel about it, but
Yeah.
that'll be like near the end of the year, I think. I think that's like before winter again.
All right, so that's 2021 for you. That's pretty
Yeah.
exciting. As far as 2020's gone, obviously, you know, COVID-19's been crazy.
Yeah.
You probably had a little bit of a different experience maybe in Canada than we did here in the US, where things don't get solved fast ever.
Yeah.
But how was your year? I mean, really, because some people think this is the most stressful year of their life, which it could be. Some people think this is just the worst year. In my views, I mean, yeah, this has been a stressful year, but this has been like one of, if not the best year of my life. I mean, I've made like so many friends that I call like my best friends that I talk to every day, lifelong friends. You know, I feel like I'm just constantly talking to friends, and you know, I got married, so it's been a good year for me. I don't, how's your year been?
I would say overall, it wasn't terrible. It really was, and I think a lot of good did come from it. COVID-wise, like obviously everything that's going on in the world, COVID-wise, is extremely sad. It's definitely depressing. Canada is definitely in a different position, but I mean, it's not hunky-dory here either. Like, we're still having people die from COVID. Like, not necessarily like where I am. I'm very secluded from everything, and I'm very safe. Like, we've had under 50 cases total since it started. So like things are really decent here, but Canada as a whole, like Canada's had a lot of sorry, I glancing over at chat.
Did you see some?
Yeah.
She's like, I really need to mod again.
This is my like whole modding thing. I want to get in there, be like as if. But no, it's been a good year. I was laid off for a little bit. That's where streaming really came into play, and Animal Crossing. So that's awesome. And then I met you guys not long after that. So I would say overall, yeah, I'm content with the year. And yeah, I did meet Dominic. That's kind of
I did meet Dominic.
Improving slightly. Like I got used to British accents. I can now understand and speak Bristolian. That's cool.
That's cool. That's really cool. Maybe that'll be my goal for 2021.
Honestly, yeah. I want
Dominic, you ready for that?
And just like speak Bristolian from the very front to the very end of 2020. I think that should be a group goal. Group goals.
Group goals.
Oh, man, my cat might make an appearance here, guys.
It's all good. And obviously the holidays are coming up. Are you doing anything for Christmas, New Year's?
Thanks for the sub, Mav.
Anything.
Oh, guys, the cat's here.
Hello, cat.
Is it really like a moment with SupremeSteph if Pixie doesn't like get in my face?
Literally. She has to yell at us first.
She has to yell at me anytime I'm live. So, no, Christmas is going to be pretty chill here. We usually have a Christmas tradition where we go to my coworkers every year for appetizers, or we call them appies, but I'll get yelled at by Som if I say appies. So that's not happening obviously this year with COVID. And then yeah, no, there's really nothing going on. New Year's, again, our fireworks just got canceled. Like we're not even having fireworks this year. That's so sad.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. Like you can sit in your car and like I don't understand that. That's an event where you can totally social distance. So,
right.
That sucks. No,
Ginger Gaming says kitty cam.
Yeah, I know, right?
We got Pixie for an appearance.
So here's a question that's really been brewing in my mind ever since I really met you. As a Canadian, how does it feel to live up to awesome people like Aubrey Graham, who is otherwise known as Drake, and Justin Bieber, to the...
Oh my God, here we go.
I was really had high hopes when you said... really had a question brewing.
I know, and then he brings up Drake.
This is Lizard for you.
I think this is where I just need to just hit the end call button.
Yeah, podcast over.
Yeah. I'm surprised it took this long to talk about Drake and Bieber, to be honest. Yeah. I'm proud of you, Lizard. You did good.
I had to hold restraint.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I did watch Degrassi growing up, so I'm familiar, but...
Jimmy wasn't your favorite?
No.
I didn't watch Degrassi, so... I think that was a little before my time. Probably not.
Hey, I watched a little bit of Degrassi as a kid.
You're older than me, too. I mean...
Not by much. Barely.
Quite a bit, but yeah.
My parents would never have let me watch that. I would wait till they were sleeping, and then I'd sneak on the TV, and we knew they had a passcode set up, and we always cracked the code so we could watch after hours or whatever. We'd be in bed on a school night watching Degrassi.
Oh my God, that's wild. What was so offensive about Degrassi? There's definitely worse shows.
I mean, I don't know. It was just
my gosh,
different.
I grew up watching Trailer Park Boys. That was on in my household as I was a kid. So
Trailer Park Boys is a national treasure, and it's not even from here. So
Oh, it is, and that's literally really close to my hometown.
Yeah, that's awesome.
A 4-hour drive to my hometown.
I would love to live in Sunnyvale Trailer Park. That's for sure.
Oh, for real? Yeah, I'd fit in so well.
Be a great time.
There's the goals 2021. We're gonna move to Sunnyvale.
Visit Sunnyvale Trailer Park. Oh yeah. So beyond 2021, place. Say there was a world where money didn't exist. Where would you travel to? What's the one place?
Money's not gonna exist beyond 2021. That sounds like a good life.
Well, hypothetically speaking.
Where would you go?
Travel to? I think, okay, I've got a couple places. I can't choose, but Switzerland is probably number one because of the mountains. I like mountains. I really love to go to Iceland and Norway. So like all the snowy, cold places, really. I've got
I
to
prefer
pretty
snow.
places.
I prefer
What's
snow
that?
over the beach as well.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, like I don't want to go anywhere warm at all, or where there's insects. Like I know we've talked about Australia before, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
No,
Good.
heck no. Some spider would
Yeah.
come eat me in the middle of the night. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, no. I'll take my chances with like anything else.
Have you answered this, Lizard?
Yeah.
About that
Go.
before. Where would you go?
I don't know.
Why do you always ask these questions?
I
and
can't
then
predict
in
these
turn you
things. I
ask
just
him
go
and
with
he
the
just
flow.
like,
I just gotta, I'm kidding. I don't know. There's a lot of places I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
I've done the whole beach thing, been where it's warm, and I'm good on that. I'm over it. So, honestly, probably, Switzerland would be cool, but I really just want to go anywhere in Europe. I think Europe is really cool. I've never been over there, so
No.
I think that would be cool. I also think it would be cool to see something like the Egyptian pyramids,
oh my gosh.
or actually scratch all that. Japan, yeah, I would go to Japan.
It's like forget everything I just said.
Yeah, forget everything I said. Japan
Just build
is
up a
the
big
coolest.
stories and forget it all.
Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
Japan.
Man,
Yeah,
literally, I always say I would love to go to New Zealand. I want to go to New Zealand so bad.
Yeah.
And there's these glow in the dark caves in New Zealand, and it's made from these like glow in the dark, I don't know, this kind of sounds gross, but like insect things that hang from the ceilings, but they're like glow worm caves or something. And I
Oh my
want to
gosh.
go, and I want to
Like magical and a nightmare at the same time.
yes,
Yeah.
it's like everything you've ever wanted. And I'm like, I want to go
Oh my
so
God,
bad.
at the same time.
And then New
That's
Zealand,
interesting.
I would love to go to like, I love history, so like Greece, Rome, like all of that would
Yeah.
be super cool. I want to
Yeah.
go to Egypt so bad. I always said if I could like pick up and move and just be an archaeologist, like digging up mummies and stuff, like I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
would
Like,
love
if I could pick up and move, I would be living in the UK. And the great thing about that is like it's so accessible to everything. Like you can get anywhere in Europe in like a matter of hours, and it's also cheap.
Yeah,
so definitely
it
like
is. Yeah.
I would definitely want to live there, but I wouldn't want to like that wouldn't be my I need to visit this place. Maybe Scotland. Scotland's up there, but I also want to live in Scotland, so
That's fair.
That's where I'm gonna move. That's 2021 goals is I'm moving to Scotland.
Good luck. I hope you achieve
Good luck.
that
Yeah,
goal.
let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, geez.
Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland. Group visit to Scotland. Let's all go.
Oh my gosh. Ginger Gaming really wants to go to Japan.
Yeah, I think
Rach from
Japan
Nerdy
would be
Paris
really
is
cool.
like, yes, Scotland.
Japan is really
Anyone
cool,
wanna
but
go
they
look at mummies with me? Like
they have some of the worst whiskey in the world. That is factual. Japan does. It's awful. My one of my really good friends went last October. He went to Japan. He brought back several bottles of whiskeys to try with me, and he smelled them and was like, "We're not trying this, dude. It literally smells like soy sauce." All of them.
No.
I don't want salty whiskey. I'm sorry. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I definitely couldn't live in Japan, but
But so you've had it before?
yeah, he brought it home. He brought it home with him from Japan.
And you still want to go there?
Well, I want to visit. I don't want to live there.
Japan would definitely be a neat visiting place for sure.
It would be
Yeah.
wild.
It
And
sucks to talk about all this travel stuff when it's so unrealistic at the moment. Because it really gets you like wanting to travel so bad, and then you look at the state of the world we're in, and we're like, "Yep, nope."
Yeah, right.
Just stay locked inside.
The state of my
Thanks
bank
for bringing
account.
this question up. Come on.
Yeah. now that we're depressed,
Yeah, now that we're depressed.
So I know last time we talked about the reason kind of why we started streaming was to get over our social awkwardness and social anxiety. Because it really does kind of help with it a little bit, even though your heart's still racing 100 miles a minute. And last time we were doing the podcast, we mentioned how we were super nervous and like hearts were beating, and everyone said, "No, you don't seem nervous at all." I don't think you guys seem nervous whatsoever. But like, honestly, like, how's your social anxiety when it comes to streaming and stuff, Steph?
Oh, it's terrible. It's so bad.
Is that one of the reasons that you feel like you don't stream very often?
Yeah.
Because
100%.
Your brain is like telling you like all this criticism and stuff like that. That yeah.
100%. And what's really funny about it is I went probably 2 months without streaming, and then what happened is I started streaming again because I told Dominic that I want to play Final Fantasy and I want him to watch me play Final Fantasy, but I was like, I'm not streaming it. So I got my PlayStation 5. We tried a PS share and it wouldn't work. Like it almost immediately disconnected. And I was like, I don't know what to do here. He's like, Steph, you got to stream. And I'm like, I really don't want to stream. And it was a big ordeal. And I literally have a very vivid memory of like 10 minutes into the stream, Dominic's in chat and he's just like, see, Steph hates streaming. Like she hates it. And then when she starts it, she freaking loves it. And then that's like my relationship with streaming is I hate doing it. I really do. But once I get going and once I get talking, I get more comfortable. I actually really love it. Yeah, my internet's trash. It is trash, by the way. But I do.
It's fine.
It is such a love-hate relationship, and it's just like the anxiety that you get leading up to it and hitting that go live button, and even during you're struggling, you're like trying not to look over at views and things like that, and you're like, no, I'm just here and I'm playing a game, and then you look over and you're like, either for good or bad reasons.
Right. No, there's definitely a lot of anxiety and a lot of nervousness and a lot of things that go on, mentally and everything like that with streaming, that because I'm with you, I have like the best time, and then I'll be like sitting wanting to play a game on stream and I'm like get so nervous about it for some reason. I'm like, I don't know, like it's just something. So that's like Blizzard, like what Lizard said, that's part of the reason we started a podcast, is for us to be able to put ourselves out there and have these conversations and stuff like that, and hopefully help with some of our social anxiety. And
yeah, for sure.
I mean, like we said before, the awkwardness probably won't go away, but maybe the anxiety will.
Awkwardness will never go away, but it's definitely helped my anxiety over the past like couple years streaming and stuff, especially whenever people like Dreamality like raid you with 30-40 viewers and force you to be in that uncomfortable situations, because I can handle like a few people that are my friends that I know. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then they drop you with a bomb like that and it's like, okay, I don't like this anymore. But it's really important. It's just, I feel like it's a gradual, it helps you in the long run. And honestly, we love watching you stream, and you're not, you don't seem awkward or any, like you have anxiety at all.
I mean, I want you to do what you want to do, but I'm really hoping the PC will help you. Like, it'll be an easy setup and you'll have fun with it and you'll be able to stream more, because I'm like, I just remember the Skyrim stream I hopped in. I'm like, this was so much fun.
Oh my god,
I would love to watch more Steph streams. And who doesn't love Steph? I feel like all of us would love to.
Yeah, Awaken No Sleeper in my chat earlier mentioned that you have like a contagious smile, and it's the same thing with your laugh. You have the most contagious laugh in the world, and I don't know if you know it or not, but everyone says that about you. It's just like as soon as she starts laughing,
you don't even have to try it. It's just like fun. So I know anytime I'm gonna do anything with Steph, it's gonna be laid back and it's gonna be fun, like literally. Genuinely.
Yeah.
So
it's always gonna be
like so red right now.
It's true though.
Guys.
All right. Well,
does anyone have questions?
Yeah.
Since like Steph is our very first guest in the podcast, does anyone have any questions for her? They want to get to know her, better, or any questions for us, or
Yeah, we're almost to the 1 hour mark, so the next few minutes we'll take questions and stuff. I know we had some earlier. Void asked, what is the worst game you've ever played?
Oh. Ooh. The worst game.
The worst game you've ever played.
That's tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, I played this game on Atari, which was actually deemed to be like the worst video game created. It was like an ET game. And that was trash. Oh my god, yeah, like it was deemed to be the worst video game ever created. It was some sort of ET game, and it was like I was at a barcade once where they had an Atari set up, and I played it, and yeah, that was trash. I didn't play that long. I really don't know. That's a hard question.
It is a hard question. Really, I don't know what my answer would be.
So
go ahead.
Rach from Nerdy Curious wants to know, Steph, if you could design your dream game, what genre would you pick? I love this question. That's a great question.
Wow, those questions. Anything that's just chilled, laid back, somewhere between like Stardew meets Animal Crossing. It'd have to have like cute relationships you can build with characters, and
that's so funny. I love it.
All Animal Crossing. Yeah, it's like those dumb farming sim games like that I just fall totally head over heels in love for. Yeah. I would say that's something that's very similar to Stardew Valley.
Something you could just like chill out.
Yeah.
I know KP asked earlier how you and Will met. Will is her boyfriend, by the way.
That's a great question. Will is her boyfriend, yeah.
Yeah, we met at a party. It's not that exciting.
I've heard this story before, so.
We just had a lot of mutual friends, and we knew of each other for a while. He was like a musician in a well-known band in our town, so like I heard of him.
Oh, that's cool.
But I didn't really like care to get to know him because he was like a hard partier and I wasn't at the time. And then we met one day at a party, and yeah, that's that was kind of it. Yeah.
No, that's great. That is great.
Yeah.
I do want to make sure. Do you still have questions?
Yeah, Void says, what is your favorite gaming/streaming moment of the year?
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh. Like of my streams?
I think just in general, gaming/streaming, anyone's streams, anyone's games.
Oh man, I mean, when it comes to other people's streams, I think we need to talk about. We need to talk about Dreamality's "Is That My Wife" situation, because that was.
Oh my gosh, that was one of the.
You talking about Outlast 2?
Outlast 2.
I only caught like the first like hour of that stream because I was at work and I got busy.
Did you go back and watch the clip though?
No, I'm gonna have to. I've seen the famous, the really really awkward one. Is that the same clip?
The hope or the oh my god, where he's like walking down a hallway and there's like stuff
happening and he doesn't realize it.
He's like staring into the distance. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that my wife?
I have seen it, but it's been a minute. Yeah.
Did anyone watch that stream? Dreamality with Outlast 2 and that very awkward moment.
Oh yeah, I was there for that. That was beautiful.
What's yours, Ravenclaw? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Favorite gaming streaming moment of the year. I mean, because this is probably going to be the last podcast episode of the year, unless we do it before. Oh. I mean, maybe not. We'll see.
Man,
but
that's so hard. I don't know. That's so hard to answer because there's so many.
Like on
I've
the spot.
already had so many great moments streaming and so many great moments in other people's streams that it's like I feel like it's impossible to pinpoint like one. I will say one of the like I couldn't believe this was happening type of moments was like it was like my second day streaming or my third day streaming and I literally knew absolutely nothing still. Like I was making everyone and their brother a mod because I didn't know how to even operate my own channel. Like I knew nothing. And Dream raided me after one of his streams and I about had a heart attack because it was like 30, 40 people just like pouring in when I had like 2 viewers probably. My 2 mods or whatever. And I was like literally like second or third day streaming. And I feel like my heart just stopped because I was like, dude, this legend, like we talked about everyone, we've kind of originated almost from his streams, being in his streams and everything, and grown this community. And then he was kind of sharing that with us. So his raid of the 30 or 40 people, literally, like, I feel like my heart just stopped. It was such a cool moment because I was like, what is happening? Like, and I had all these people trying to talk, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know how to navigate this. It was like an insane moment. But it was like one of those really, really cool feelings, especially literally just starting out, him knowing that I had, was not even knowing what I was doing on my second day or whatever, and still like willing to do that for me. That was super awesome.
Yeah. I can't narrow it down to 1, but I can narrow it down to 4. So I'll just be real quick with them. The first one will have to be Dreamality's The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 series. So that was just such a good streaming series. It was honestly great. 2 would probably be the Nerds Unite gang doing their charity stream not too long ago. That was pretty fun to watch, just switching between the streamers. And Sully kind of ran the show, I think, but it was really fun to watch that and how much money they raised. It was pretty awesome to show like that's still a part of our community, they're a big part of it, and they raised a lot of money for charity, so that was cool. The third one would have to be Ginger's wedding in Animal Crossing. That was freaking awesome. What a moment. That was so much fun to watch.
That was one of the best things I have ever watched.
That was so much fun. And then the last one would have to be the Zarnality streams. Whenever they were playing, I don't remember the name of the game, but
Gunship Reborn.
Yeah.
Gunfire.
Yeah. Those were a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, those are my 4 of the year that just really
his streams were up there with like my top 2 because like honestly we talk a lot about Dream and how everything happened because of Dream, but we all became close in Zarner's streams.
Yeah, that's true. Like, Zarner's is he's pretty great.
Where we became friends because like Dream streams are great. I love Dream, respect him so much, but like we all fighting with Zarner's on how to pronunciate things properly. That's where we became friends.
Yeah. And then I have one moment I just thought of that was really, really cool. And it was such like, I don't know, I feel like it sounds like such a minor thing, but it was before I even started streaming. And I knew I was going to stream. And I was like in the process of getting all my stuff. It was like a month before I started streaming. And Lizard tweeted out a tweet that was like, my gaming buddy is gonna start streaming, like make sure you follow her. And Robbie Juice like retweeted it and commented and was like, I just followed her. Can't wait to, watch her stream. And I remember that so well because I did not even like know Robbie at all. And he was so kind. I like saw his name in a few chats, but I had never talked to him or anything. And he literally was like, took the time to be like, I just followed her. I can't wait to watch her streams. And then literally day 1 of streaming, Robbie was in my chat like the whole time. Day 2, day 3, like literally like every day, Robbie didn't miss a stream. And I'm like, dude, you're literally like the best guy ever. Like, yeah. And I didn't even know him at the time. And he took the time out to like make me feel comfortable, I feel like, in my own stream starting out, because it is hard to start out and be new and stuff like that. And he just made me feel so like comfortable, gave me someone to always talk to in my chat if no one else was watching. And I was like, that was super cool for me.
For sure.
Rage says, Robbie the biggest heart. I wouldn't have been introduced to Ginger Gaming without him. I know. I want to make sure I go through the comments too when you guys are done with questions.
Yeah, KP brought up the drunk history night. That was great. That was such a good night in Zarner's stream.
I missed that. I'm so sad I missed that.
Oh man, that was a good one. Going back, Caitlin also asked, how does Steph feel about Christmas?
Oh my gosh.
I love Christmas.
See? Yeah, we all love Christmas.
You heard it. I love Christmas.
You heard it, sarcasm and all.
All right, you guys have about 60 seconds to ask any final questions, and then we're probably gonna wrap this thing up.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna go through.
Find
my
someone to raid.
To make sure. Don't go yet. I want to go through my comments because people
You're all
have
good.
been saying.
Yeah, you're all good. Go for it.
All right. I was gonna say, Ginger said, "I know I'm like crying because you guys are so amazing, and we wouldn't have been introduced to all of you without him either. And not only him, but people like that as well. That's seriously the truth. Like I feel like we're all one big family. Gals, he's the reason she's met all of us." Gal says, "Is that sarcasm I hear, Steph?" Yeah, that would be major sarcasm.
Maybe a pinch. Just a pinch.
So, Rach says, "Penguin, LOL."
Yeah, I know, I saw that. Penguin, here we go.
How do you say penguin, Lizard?
What?
How do you pronounce penguin?
Penguin? I don't know.
Penguin?
Penguin? Are we saying anything different? We're saying the same thing.
Steph is.
Me and Raven are.
Say it.
Penguin.
You say penguin?
She says
Penguin.
penguin. Like Pango, like your pet Pango off it, or villager Pango. Penguin. That's how she pronounces it.
Penguin.
I had to make an Animal Crossing.
But I wasn't alone. That's how JT says it. That's how JT says it.
Look, we're not gonna do it right now. We're not going to talk about it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what else here?
We can go on for days on how Steph pronounces stuff wrong, but we're not going
Rach
to.
says it's kind of crazy the community is found in such a short period of time. A choice number of people directing us to different folks, and that's like the truest thing because I feel like we've all come from different streams and everything, and yet here we all are. It's really cool how it's kind of something we all have in common. It's happened to all of us.
For sure.
Which is really cool. Rach says, "Steph, are you a hard partier now?" Earlier with you and Will, you're like, "Yeah, he was a hard partier," and I wasn't.
I wouldn't say hard partier, but
She
I
likes
like my
her
white
claws.
claws. I like my claws. The claws are out always.
Oh my god.
Final question over here is from Void. He wants to know if you're trying tuna next year.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. That was a quick no.
That's fair.
No, I
That's
think
fair.
the tuna wars can continue into
The tuna
2021.
wars will always continue. It's too fun
Yeah.
to not.
Yeah, my coworkers are eating tuna, and it just like every time I look at it, I'm like, no.
So obviously Rach is in a podcast, Nerdy Curious. Guys, if you don't follow that podcast, they're great. Follow Nerdy Curious. They have a great podcast. But she says, as a fellow podcaster, every stream is a bundle of nerves, can completely relate. So that's good to know because I feel like Nerdy Curious, I feel like you guys really seem like you've got it together. So, but they've got a great podcast. Definitely go check them out. Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, go
How-
follow
not even
Ravenclaw
Hang on, let me do my shout out.
and go follow Ravenclaw and go follow SupremeSteph because they're both awesome. You guys, I mean, you all know both of them, so go do it if you don't already. You know.
All right, there's Lizards. Go follow Lizard, obviously co-host in the podcast.
Yeah. Steph, thanks for being our first guest.
Thanks for
Couldn't have
having
picked
me.
anyone better. You're awesome.
Yeah, our first podcast guest. I love it. And seriously, one of our best friends
Mhm.
that we've made in this little community.
It went
Facts.
all right. Like I can breathe.
Yeah.
I might
Definitely
go like
don't
puke
follow
after
them.
we're done, but
No, thank you so much. Thank you for agreeing to do this. It means a lot. I'm so glad we had you on, and honestly, I had a really fun time. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
In chat, thank you all for being here and chatting and just
what's
lurking.
the tag for the raid?
Ooh, we're gonna do a raid.
The unkindness raid. That sounds weird.
I just do hashtag Unkindness Lounge is what I did last time.
Okay.
That's includes both of us.
Not just Unkindness Lounge?
Yeah, Unkindness Lounge. We are gonna do a raid. Copy and paste.
Copy that message.
Lounge. And we are kind, everyone.
We are kind. Unkindness is a group of ravens. A lounge is a group of lizards. Ravenclaw, Lizardnutta.
Therefore, we make up the Unkindness Lounge. Let's see. Do you have anyone on? I do not.
Yeah, I do. We have a couple options here, but someone I've never rated before, which is actually like one of my favorite streamers. He's freaking awesome. Is Spaghetti. So I think we need to go raid him. So
definitely.
Yeah.
You'll have to spell that for me. I'm not. Is it a capital S or a lowercase?
No, lowercase SPYETTI.
Perfect. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out.
Let's see if that worked. Hopefully. Yeah, it's working.
We're gonna go raid Spaghetti. Copy and paste Unkindness Lounge.
Heck yeah, Steph. Once again. Thanks for being our first guest. You're awesome. Yeah, see you guys next week.
Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.
All right, and I sent it.